It won't start and it just shows error messages. Let's hope the analysis program can tell me more.
Start analysis program. No battery fitted. Please insert compatible model. Axle mounting back right broken. Replacement needed. For better reachability, work safety and load relief for the axle. The vehicle must be stored in an elevated position.
As long as it's on the ground, I can't put this in. The straps are attached, but I can't just lift it like this. I have to get to the bottom somehow. Right, I can attach the hook to the straps. And where do I put the hook? I could wedge that in there to give it a good grip. But there's nothing in reach that I could latch on to the crane. I could wedge that in there to give it a good grip. Okay, the hook is attached to the straps and the crane. And up we go. Carefully. Let's hope the crane endures. Someone removed the battery. It was probably broken and needs to be replaced. I guess a AA battery won't cut it.
No, you need a compatible model with various specifications.
What a surprise, Core. Please look for the next convenience store so I can go and buy one.
Would you like the distance in kilometers or light years?
Fine, I get it. Well then, let's look for a special battery that you probably need to be a mechanic for you to understand it. Of course, the analysis program was right. The axle mounting is broken, but it shouldn't be too hard to get it out. And that's that. I'll take it with me. This part is from the rover's axle mounting, and it's broken. I have to find some way to replace it. There's a serial number here. GN2144FN. Right, that should work. Oh yeah, all the little gizmos in the rover are coming to life. He's all powered up. I've replaced the battery, so it's got power. The axle mounting is broken. I've taken it with me and have to find a replacement. This part is from the... There's a serial number here. GN... This controls the... Here, that's the axle mounting serial number. I'll save it to my favorites. So it says here that we need at least 500 grams of rainy metal, an alloy. The object itself is only about 440 grams, but the printer needs more material for the process to support the model. That's why we need 500 grams. Where can we get rainy metal?
Rainy metal is mostly made up of gophinium, so it is a relatively new substance. Due to its high stability and lightweight, it is mostly used to make vehicles. Gophinium was only discovered a few decades ago. Following this discovery, facilities like this one were constructed everywhere to obtain it. You will not be able to find it in the machines or walls here, but it was being mined here, so there must be some of it somewhere. Mojalt is also a rare metal, but it has been known for much longer. It used to be used in all kinds of things, but ever since they found out it made a profitable alloy with gophinium, it has become incredibly valuable.
So we need pure myalt and gophinium.
I registered Mojalt before. The screws in the workbench down there are made from Mojalt. Confirmed. Mojalt screws. That means you already have some with you.
Excellent. Now all I need is gophinium. Calibrate your environmental scan to specifically look for these important elements. There has to be some gophinium somewhere around here.
A multi-purpose room. It was a rig. My sensors cannot detect any gophinium. The command center's Great Hall. It was built according to very old. My sensors cannot detect any gophinium. The outpost's main the consoles on the left side, processes like the devices on the right side are used. This whole room is connected. My sensors cannot detect any. The outpost has an calculated. Considering the overgrowth, the results are my sensors cannot detect. Outpost 11. I cannot detect any major life form. My sensors cannot detect any. A tunnel connect. My sensors can. This room is the workers can climb. It looks like this room. The room is mainly made of titanium. There is gophinium among the ore samples. Tessa, there are other materials mixed in, but there should be enough for the axle mounting. Would you like me to fly into this dark, obvious, menacing, apparently bottomless hole?
Well, yes.
As empty as a black hole. But
one of these ore samples contains gophinium, which is exactly what we need for the axle mounting. But it's too big to carry. Plus, there are other elements mixed in. We have to somehow extract the gophinium. This sample contains none of the metal I need. I shouldn't waste the acid. This sample contains no...
The hydrochloric acid is eating its way through the rock, splitting the ore. It's making it porous, but it's not moving otherwise.
This sample is made of 70% guffinium, 15% copper, 3% silver, and 12% gold.
Even if I could break the ore with this, which I can't, the guffinium still wouldn't be pure. There has to be another way to remove the impurities. Nothing's happening.
Dissolving the materials with acid sounds like a promising idea to me.
I wonder if there's another acid that could do it. I'm sure Tony would know the answer. Chloric acid. I can retrieve a box for hazardous material. I'm going... Various acids. I could probably use those too. Various acids. I could probably use those too. Various acids. I could probably use those too. I shouldn't carry around more than 2 of these acids. Boric acid. Nitric acid. I shouldn't carry around more than 2 of these acids. Before I take one of them with me, I'll put the other one back. Nothing's happening.
Dissolving the materials.
I wonder if there's another acid. Yes! It looks like it's working! It's fizzing and there's liquid running off the bottom.
Some of the elements in the sample have been dissolved. This sample is made of 86% guffinium and 14% gold. Dissolving the gold would be difficult. Along with platinum, it is one of the noblest of metals.
But there has to be a way.
Probably, but I cannot find one in my databases.
Damn. Tony, a biochemist, would probably know what to do. Core, could you separate the metals with the right temperature?
Unfortunately not. Their melting points are too close to each other. That makes it difficult to extract them.
Still, people found a way to do it. I just don't know what it is. Looks like it doesn't affect the gold.
Dissolving the materials with acid sounds like a
I wonder if there's another acid that could do it. I already... Various acids. I could probably use those too. Damn, the bottle is empty. I shouldn't carry around more than 2 of... Looks like it doesn't affect the gold.
Dissolving the material.
I wonder if there's, well, not a lot happening.
But it was an interesting idea, Tessa. It worked with the crystal after all.
Sure. Crap, how do I know which acid dissolves which chemical substance? I shouldn't carry... Before I take... Various acids. I could probably use those too. Damn, A workbench full of and of course, no work. There are some elements and materials written down here. various acids. I could probably use those too.
I should be careful with this, or I'll be needing medical assistance. This stuff can eat.
Test tubes, pipettes, everything. If I want to mix these acids, I should do it in the right conditions. I'll put them here. If I want to mix these acids, I'll put them here. Test tubes, pipettes, spoons. Everything a good chemistry set needs. I've put a few acids here. Maybe I should take it with me again.
There are some elements.
Damn it, they're broke. Can't I just replace? Then I could just.
Test tubes, pipe. I've put a few maybe I should take it with me again. Test tubes, pipettes, spoons. Everything a good chemistry set needs. I've put a few acids here. Maybe I should take it with me again. A bit of this. A bit of this. There are materials in the mixer. I'll activate it. Now this should be Aqua Regia. It's dissolving everything, except the Gafinium. It's crumbling into chunks. I can take them with me. This is almost pure Gafinium, but the 3D printer needs rainy metal.
I have to mix the Gafinium and my alt first, as precisely as possible in the correct ratio.
A 3D but there. This is almost pure Gafinium, but the 3D printer needs rainy metal.
I have to mix the Gafinium and my alt first, as precisely as possible in the correct ratio.
There are some elements and material.
This mixer can only work with liquids and very fine substances, like powders and salts. Let's get those metals weighed. Okay, this rainy metal has a special composition. We'll just weigh the materials one after the other and then mix them.
A good and logical plan, Tessa. Derivations of 1 gram for a total amount of 50 grams is still within tolerance parameters, according to my calculations, but the printer might not accept any derivations larger than that as rainy metal. First, weigh the required amount of a material and then put it aside with the Save Measured Amount button at the top of the screen. Then weigh the other material and also put it aside. You can repeat this process as often as you like, or begin afresh for each material, until you are happy with the measurements. Finally, press the Mix and Retrieve button to combine the amounts and leave the scales. Derivations of 1 gram for a total amount of 50 grams is still within tolerance parameters, according to my calculations, but the printer might not accept any derivations larger than that as rainy metal.
I'll weigh the other metal first and put it aside. I'll mix them at the end. Let's get those metals weighed. Let's get those metals
There are some elements in
A precision scaled.
Let's get those metals weighed. Let's get those metals weighed. Okay, then let's mix them and hope they're in the right ratio. We can still separate them for now. The metal has melted and turned into a block. I'm hoping this mix will match the rainy metal I need in the 3D printer. And in it goes. I should try printing so the computer can tell me if this is the correct alloy. This controls one. Great! The alloy is correct. Let's get going then. This would have taken ages a few years ago, but modern machines can do it in a few minutes. There we are, a brand new axle mounting. Looks good. I've replaced the battery, so it's got power. The axle mounting is... Let's see. Core, can you show me what part belongs where? Ah, thanks. Done. Finished. Everything's repaired. Let's get it down and start analysis to check out what it's still capable of. We can let it back down again. Let's get rid of these straps first.
Start analysis program. Vehicle ready to start with restrictions.
Great! It won't last long due to a long service life, material fatigue, and other issues. But it should work. Core, please save the data so we can look for a good route at the mission console. The rover is ready. I just need to find a working route in the control room. A fully functioning rover could manage this route, yes. But ours won't. We're going to have to look for a different route, one that's within our parameters. Okay, Core, show me the parameters the rover is still capable of. No, it can't take that route. No, it can't take that route. Yes, this route fits our parameters. All right, we've got a route.
One moment. The rover will only just barely make it back to the station. The tolerance range is 19%. Complications and detours can therefore lead to it being exhausted outside the station.
That's a risk we have to take. Theoretically, it should work, right?
Theoretically, but practically, a few days ago, you didn't want to stay in the supposedly safe ship and wait because it would have endangered your survival and rescue. Here, you have every option: safety, resources, tools, and machines. You can survive and call for help. You have already reached your goal. Instead, you want to go on a risky journey just to get a certainty that doesn't help you. I have registered irrational adventurousness in you before. Is that what this is about again?
This is just about my family.
Your family was either saved, in which case you will not see them after this journey, or they are dead, in which case you cannot help them. And Mark.
What about Mark?
You could hardly wait to leave the ship and explore the planet. You did not care about Mark Bennett's fate, and now you are using your family as pretense to carry on.
Yes, understood. It was only about me at the beginning. I wanted to explore and survive in that with all the means I had. Even if I didn't have the slightest clue where Mark was. Maybe I could have done more. I don't know. But it seemed like the right thing to do. Now I'm here and I could survive forever. No, exist. In the sense of not starving or dying of thirst. Is that enough? Not for me. It drives me crazy not to know where Tony and Finn are, and if they're okay. Achieving and discovering all of this feels so pointless. So empty.
But you've been in this situation many times as an explorer and have successfully blocked out thoughts about your family, haven't you?
Yes, technically. Sure, but Core, this Melissa Luna is trying to keep something from me. Maybe she's setting me up, I don't know. All I know is she doesn't want me to find out something about my family. If I stay here, I might be safe, but I'll remain clueless. I can't live like that. I have to take risks. No progress without obstacles. We'll sleep here and set off for the evacuation point tomorrow morning. I'll sleep in the rover just to make sure this person won't sabotage it. And you stay on lookout. Everything's prepared and ready. I should probably get a night's sleep before I leave, though.
Core,
Yes, Tessa.
what did the sun say to the earth?
I'd just be a star without you.
Is that really the punchline?
No, my humor subroutines generated this joke with AI. Was it ineffective?
I suppose. Or maybe my humor subroutines are broken down. Or maybe AI just isn't as far ahead as we all thought. Good night, Core.
Good night, Tessa. I will keep watch.
You know I support you. You should do whatever makes you happy. Don't do anything just for the money. We'll pull through anything, one way or another. Both of us. Together.
The money is worth nothing if it stresses you out and doesn't let you sleep.
You're probably right, Tony. I still have to think about it.
Your husband and son mean a lot to you.
Yes, Tony always supported me. But sometimes when the thirst for adventure overcomes me, I guess I sort of block them out too much.
What about your son?
What about him?
Didn't he miss his mother whenever she set off for the stars?
He did, but it's what I live for. I doubt that was much comfort to him, but maybe he'll be old enough to understand one day. Maybe he'll reach for the stars himself. He likes adventure books.
I see. So you were able to leave the station, could you?
Yes, everything was ready, so I...
Good morning, Tessa.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good, surprisingly. Don't ask me why, but I'm in the mood for adventure. I'm excited because I'm going on vacation today. This mixture of departure, curiosity, and fear of having forgotten something. And then this Melissa Luna comes into my head.
The station's signals and data show no anomalies, and there were no attacks or dangers throughout the night.
That's something. We can either take a last look at the station or we can head out straight away. I don't really want to waste any time.
The station's signals and data show no anomalies, and there were no attacks or dangers throughout the night.